Ever wondered why planes don't usually fly over the vast Pacific Ocean? Now, before you start picturing Bermuda Triangle-like scenarios, let's set things straight. It's not that planes can't fly over the Pacific, or that it's forbidden territory. Quite the contrary. However, if you've ever closely observed flight paths, you might have noticed a peculiar pattern. Flights, especially long-haul ones, seem to have a certain aversion to the Pacific. They appear to prefer hugging the coastlines or choosing routes that seem to circumvent this massive body of water. Why is this so? Is it due to some arcane aviation rule or a secret pilot's pact, perhaps? Or maybe it's just a mere coincidence? Well, it's a combination of science, safety, and efficiency, all working in tandem to dictate these fascinating flight paths. So fasten your seatbelts, folks. We're about to embark on a journey of discovery. Let's delve into the reasons behind this fascinating aviation mystery. First off, let's talk about something called the Great Circle Route. To put it simply, this is the shortest distance between any 2 points on the globe. Now you might be thinking, well, that's easy. It's a straight line, right? Not quite. You see, our world is a sphere, not a flat surface. When we're looking at a flat map, we're seeing a distorted representation of a spherical Earth. This distortion can make it seem like planes are taking a longer route. But in reality, they're following the Great Circle Route, which is the most efficient path. This means that even if it seems like they're veering north or south, they're actually taking the shortest path. Because of this spherical geometry, planes often do fly over the Pacific. It's just not in the way you might think when looking at a flat map. So, in reality, planes often do fly over the Pacific, just not in the way you might think when looking at a flat map. Next, we need to consider the influence of ETOPS rules. The Extended Range Twin-Engine Operational Performance Standards, or ETOPS, are a set of regulations that govern air travel, specifically twin-engine aircraft. They dictate how far an aircraft can fly from an airport where it could potentially land in the event of an emergency. Think of ETOPS as a safety net, ensuring that should an issue arise mid-flight, there's always a landing spot within reach. Now, this becomes particularly pertinent when we're talking about vast bodies of water like the Pacific Ocean. You see, the Pacific isn't exactly peppered with airports, so for a twin-engine aircraft embarking on a trans-Pacific flight, it needs to have enough fuel and engine reliability to reach an emergency landing spot if needed. The ETOPS rules, while ensuring passenger safety, can therefore limit flight routes across the Pacific, meaning direct flights over this ocean are less common than you might think. These rules ensure that planes are always within a safe distance of a landing spot, which can limit Pacific crossings. Lastly, let's not forget about the role of wind patterns. It's not just about the geographical distances or safety regulations. The invisible forces of the atmosphere also play a major part in plotting the course of an aircraft. Prevailing wind patterns are like invisible highways in the sky, guiding the planes along the most efficient routes. These winds can significantly affect flight efficiency and fuel consumption. For example, jet streams, which are fast-flowing, narrow air currents in the atmosphere, can be a boon or a bane for pilots. A plane flying with the jet stream can save time and fuel, while flying against it can be like trying to swim up a fast-moving river. These wind patterns often make it more efficient to fly specific routes, which can sometimes avoid direct Pacific crossings. They can save airlines thousands of dollars on fuel costs and reduce the flight's carbon footprint. So, wind patterns can also influence why planes don't always fly directly over the Pacific. To summarize, there are several reasons why planes don't simply fly straight over the Pacific Ocean. First, we have the Great Circle routes, which might seem out of the way, but they're actually the shortest distance between 2 points on a sphere. It's all about the Earth's curvature, folks. Then, there are the ETOPS rules. These regulations ensure that twin-engine planes are always within a certain range of an alternate airport. Safety first, right? It can affect the path a plane takes, especially over vast bodies like the Pacific Ocean. And let's not forget the winds of travel. Jet streams are like highways in the sky, and smart pilots use them to save fuel and time. They can make a significant difference to the flight path. So, the next time you're on a flight, you'll know a bit more about the journey you're taking. It's not just about getting from point A to point B, but how we get there that makes all the difference.